Hey folks, this is your host Nakaichi of Centaku Media. Welcome to a special edition of the Centaku Media live show where we are welcoming a special guest. So we are going to talk about the Like a Dragon franchise, or like a Dragon, or Yakuza as it's called nowadays, or I don't know. Apparently they're still going back to Yakuza, but we're going to refer to both because I know probably newer fans are familiar with Like a Dragon, old school fans familiar with Yakuza or Yakuza. So I know there's definitely an audience for both pronunciations and, iterations of it. Or Ryuga Gotoku, which is a game made by Ryuga Gotoku Studio, which is a studio that was merged. It's basically a merger collaboration of a couple of legendary development teams within Sega throughout the 90s, especially those that were involved with the production of Shenmue, in which Nagoshi, Mr. Nagoshi-san, he was the creator of the Gang of Dragon game, but that looks like it's not the case. But I know we could talk about that later in the show. But yes, we are going to go into the stream here in a moment as we switch over to Inugami the Hound. Inugami the Hound, for those that watched our stream last February 2025 to be exact, we had a stream just like this where we talked about the game so far because it was the biggest part of our lives. And now having personally caught up with all the games except for Ishin. I still haven't played Ishin yet, but we'll get to that. Played through the pirate game. Inugami is currently playing through the pirate game, but that doesn't stop us for expressing our appreciation so far of what to look forward to. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Inugami. All right, Inugami, welcome to the stream. How are you this evening? Let's see. Can you hear me?
I'm doing absolutely lovely. It's great to be back here.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. All right. So, Inugami has how long have you streamed for? Especially with the Yakuza games. I guess that would be a good way to start off as far as our introduction going into one of our main topics for this evening.
As for playing/streaming the Yakuza games, I've been playing/streaming them since I started my channel back in 2019. Maybe not immediately, but I do know when I got all my stuff in 2019, I remember playing a few other games like Call of Duty and Metro, like Last Light or Metro 2023. I can't remember which one. And then I started playing the Yakuza games. I started with Yakuza 0, and from there, I played through a lot of them.
Okay. So we, as far as the channel goes or the community, I've been, Centaku Media as a whole. So it started as a blog. In 2007, that's when I started it. So yeah, it was a blog. It was called Centaku at the time, and I had the idea from starting at least a few different blogs of my progress playing some MMORPGs. I used to play Final Fantasy 11 back in the day, and then World of Warcraft eventually, transitioning from 11 to WoW. But also I wanted to talk about anime that I was watching at the time, so I figured let's start 3 different blogs about it. But I really like all of these, so let's start calling it Centaku, which meant the center of otaku, anime, and games. So kind of a rough translation of that. But over the years, I feel like Centaku Media was more appropriate because I also included other topics I talked about. But definitely Yakuza is one of them, and I started streaming around 2019 going into 2020, especially with the pandemic. Yakuza wasn't really on my radar at the time. Like, I had interest in it definitely, but I still I had unfinished business with Shenmue, which is a good introduction for those that haven't played any of the Yakuza games that are watching the stream right now. Having restreamed it since Sega, re-released Shenmue 1 and 2, prepping for the release of Shenmue 3, which I know there's varying opinions of that. I played through that, and that inspired me to start the Yakuza games eventually. I played like other games in between, but I was like, you know what? Let's play this. This is definitely something I need to check out. So I started with Yakuza 0, and I think it was in 2021, I believe I started. Or 2022, it's like late 2021. So eventually, having played through those games, that's where I started. And I didn't finish my playthrough until last September with Pirate Yakuza. So definitely quite a journey for both of us.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the Yakuza games before, like on like game reviews and things like that. But I remember the reason I got into the Yakuza franchise was because of two best friends, super best friends. They did a let's play of Yakuza 4 and then Yakuza 0, and then I saw Pat play through Yakuza 1, aka Yakuza Kiwami 1. And then by the time, I played it, I kind of knew what was happening. I knew who Kiryu was. I knew who Majima was. I knew about like the rubber bullets and all these other dumb little things. But it didn't make a whole lot of sense until I actually sat down and played them.
Yeah. So like I saw like some memes here and there of it, but I think the biggest meme of it I saw for a while was the what was it called? It has something to do with the fantasy, the male fantasy doesn't exist or something like that. And of course it's the one of Majima from Yakuza 0 singing 24 Hour Cinderella. That was the one, because I was like, what game is this from? I need to know, because what the heck. But other than I did have an interest in Yakuza back in the day when it came out for the PlayStation 2. Actually, somewhere in my house, I do own a copy of that, but I just wasn't in the mood for it until years later, which I guess it was worth the wait, because I haven't played through 0 and then Kiwami, and especially Kiwami 2. There's just so much, definitely an improvement of what could have been. Although now I kind of want to find a copy, or at least a way to play the PS2 version, just to see what it was like back then. But definitely it's going to be quite an adventure once I get around to doing that. So you recently finished Infinite Wealth, is that correct?
Yes, I finished Infinite Wealth. I finished, obviously, I finished Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon a few years ago, back in 2020, 2021. And I went through all the other games. Like, I kind of skipped around. I did like 0-1, and I think Like a Dragon, or 0-1-2, then Like a Dragon. And then I did 3-4-5. I remember going through 3-4-5 was a bit of a slog, because I felt like a lot of the same things. And like, I'm not gonna lie, the friggin' like sub-story music is stuck in my head. The little intro one, like the little upbeat dun 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 dun, and
yes.
then you meet the person, and then you get the sad piano over and over, the little sad song, and like it's played. It's like now that kind of triggers my fight or flight on this quest now, because like, oh, I just try to do one right now, and like the pirate one, I'm like, oh, I talked to him once, talked to him 2 times, talked to him 3 times. Like now it's like you had to do every side quest 3 times, and I'm dreading that, because I did like 30 at like 51, 52 in Like a Dragon, not Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. And I still had to finish up the rest of those. I got done with most of all the dungeons except for the last one in Honolulu. That one's hard.
Oh yeah. So the last time we had our live stream talking about Yakuza it was, I think I was still playing through Infinite Wealth, or at least it started, but you were still, I believe, on
yeah, I was just finished up Like a Dragon Gaiden, and I think I just started that game up. I think it was maybe like chapter 1, chapter 2, like barely, I was just barely getting to like the cutscenes and tutorials, because I was like in April, and I played for a little bit, and I took a huge chunk of a break in the middle, because by the time I was so Yakuza out, that I came back like in October. Like I stopped skipping that game. I started replacing it with a bunch of other games to replace it with, and I came back and I just like started speedrunning through that game from like October all the way into April, like because sometimes that game, even though I kind of annoyed at it, but there are times where it just hooks me in, like, all right, do another side content, let me run around, grab some stuff, let me level up my weapon, my characters, let me try to do a dungeon, or the one thing I did avoid was the island mini game. I did all the other mini games, Sicko Snap, the Aloha Happy.
Oh yeah, actually that reminds me, I still have I've always stated with every game of Yakuza playthrough was to go back and play through some sub stories I missed, because I know there's some good ones in Pirate Yakuza that I needed to check out, although the one I wanted to check out was there was one I checked out during my initial playthrough, was the one, I don't want to spoil it yet, but actually you are playing through Pirate Yakuza right now, so how far are you into it again, like story-wise? To not spoil it too much.
I am on chapter 2. I need to go to Mad Atlantis to start the Pirate Coliseum. I went around the map and grabbed all the pets, and I've been like running around, using my my hook to grab pirate treasure.
Yeah, okay. So basically, a lot of these sub stories, just to give you like a general idea of it, it just shows, Majima, basically just relaxing, enjoying life. Even though, he has amnesia, he's enjoying life, and that's one of the favorite parts of having played through the Yakuza games, especially like
man, like him with amnesia, he's like almost like a different guy. There's bits and pieces of the old Majima, but like this one with amnesia is so different. Like he's way nicer to everyone.
Yeah.
And another thing I know, but I just played through. I played through one of the sub stories. It was the headset one where you could talk to animals. That one was actually really good.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one. That's the only one I've completed. All the other ones I completed were like, oh hey, do the delivery, do the Sicko Snap, that type of ones. And I almost finished the one with that one lady who's like really into Japanese, cultures, like has a boyfriend.
Oh yes, that one.
That's absolutely the first one I did. And when I saw the thing 1, 2, 3, I'm like, oh, I just did this in Infinite Wealth. I don't want to do it again. So I've been avoiding all the blues. I've just been recruiting people. I've been fighting people.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like one of my favorite sub stories. But
not gonna lie, I actually thought Goro was talking, and I thought it was a girl. But turns out it was not. It was just him. It was just the scientist scamming us.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? I was really getting into it. Like, oh no. I was like, I had quite a bit of money, so I could buy like the extra batteries.
But yeah, so yeah, that's one of my favorite sub stories so far. So let's see. Going back to the older games. So I don't know what your opinion is about this. I know we've talked about this in the past, like in chat and in our previous show, but like playing through Zero, Kiwami 1 and 2, and then going into the original release of 3, Yakuza 3, we have Kiwami 3 now, and I know that game, the reception of it hasn't been that great, but what is your opinion of it? Do you plan on playing that, or at least, like, aside from Dark Ties, like, do you plan on playing that after you finish Pirate Yakuza?
I am really on the fence. I don't really know. I don't know if I want to go back or not. I don't know if it's like if there's enough stuff in there to really worth going back. But I also heard like, I mean, I heard something pretty annoying. Like they retcon someone's death. I'm like, don't do that. I mean, you've already done that 3 times already, and that's already annoying me. Maybe even 4 times if you want to think about it by the time Infinite Wealth is done. Feels like, and that kind of like sucks any joy out of it. I'm like, if that's true, then I kind of don't want to mess with it. I like the original 3. It was fine the way it was.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I am now because, so I made a decision. I posted this on centakumedia.com, my blog, that I decided not to stream through Yakuza 3 for 2 reasons. So one is because Kiwami 3 specifically because I know people were definitely on the fence because of some controversies regarding the casting of Hamasaki.
Yeah, I kept on hearing that over and over again. I never looked into it. I know bits and pieces, but I'm like, I didn't care about it too much, so I never really cared. I never like really looked into it. I heard he did some bad stuff, and like people wanted him replaced. I'm like, okay, man. I mean, oh god, speaking of like bad decisions, man, I feel like there's been quite a few bad decisions, like when he cast Young Yi as the voice of Kiryu.
Oh, Young Yi,
and you
yeah.
have like the gatekeeping of like the DLC, like New Game Plus. Then you have this guy in Yakuza 3. Let's see, and then obviously that one guy leaves. He tries to start his own like gangster game, and then that fell apart. And as for Stranger Than Heaven, that looked really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Snoop Dogg with him, I'm like, that sounds real dumb. But once I watched the trailer, then it makes sense. Like, oh, okay, I can see it now. I can see it.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because oh, dude, I don't get what happened to the guy who did Tanamura. He got in trouble even though he never did any drugs. And then the guy who was Kuze, didn't they remove him as well now? Like he's gone in the director's cut of Yakuza 0.
No, I don't think. No, they haven't removed.
And then you had the failed Yakuza Prime, Amazon Prime TV show, and then you have the slightly good one from like Japan. That's like on a scrappy budget. And so there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, I think everyone, as far as I know, everyone that was in the director's cut in Zero is still intact. I think so. What I have heard was they.
Or was it like the Judgment games, like Judge Eyes 1 and Judge Eyes 2, or something like that?
Yeah, it was
someone got in trouble with like cocaine or something.
Yeah, it was
or weed. I can't remember which one.
It was the first Judgment game. Was Pirate Yakuza. They cast him in the game, and then after he got arrested, like maybe 3 weeks before the game was supposed to come out, they removed him, replaced this actor, like all of that, and in a small amount of time. But also, very recently, they haven't done anything as far as removing him yet, but the actor that does, in a Japanese dub, that does the voice of Bryce, he was Amuro Ray's voice actor, from the Mobile Suit Gundam series, so he was a veteran.
You said Bryce as in Bryce Fairchild?
Yes, he, Toru Furuya, he voiced Bryce in the Japanese dub. But he was actually supposed to be a guest, Toru Furuya, he was supposed to be a guest at MomoCon 2 years ago, and I was so looking forward to meeting him because he voices Amuro in Gundam, and I'm a big Gundam fan. But it came out that he basically cheated, committed adultery basically, and it was like maybe less than a week out before MomoCon, and they canceled his appearance. His agency dropped him.
Wow. I mean, like I've seen quite a few. I've seen a few Gundam shows, like maybe less than a handful. But even I know about like the original Gundam. Like I had one of the original Gundam like omnibus manga, next to me. I'm like, that's what I should have.
Yeah.
I bought me some more Gundam models here. I can work on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know bits and pieces about Gundam. And then man, to get canceled for committing adultery, my God, like. Japan's like super strict on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen that here as well in America, but man.
It's serious business there. Like you have to be on your best behavior or it's over. And especially with K-pop idols, because
K-pop, J-pop, yeah. Especially the female idols.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Darth Chaos. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well or gets better. They also got 2 books of word searches and some food not long ago. Oh, well, good deal. Hope you're enjoying your evening, and thank you for dropping by the stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, also, I saw you posted in YouTube. Hello, calling all your Yakuza fans are Kyodai. Yes, welcome Kyodai. That's watching the stream so far. Hope you enjoy yourself. Be sure to check out both our channels, Inugami the Hound on Twitch and YouTube, and Centaku Media, of course. Just be sure to like and subscribe as always. Hello, Rava. Welcome to the stream as well. Rava, I stream with him on collab streams as well, playing DJ Max and recently Apex Legends. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Alright, so going back to all the controversy. So yes, the reason I haven't decided, I have decided to not stream Kiwami 3 was not just because of the controversy, but I have played the game before. So, you know, it's still fresh, even though, like, it's been, at this point, 3 years since I played Yakuza 3 proper. So it's like, okay, I think it's fair to just, you know, play it on my own time, and I'll come back to it if something catches my eye as far as, like, moments go. But also, it was an excuse to also make Let's Play content. So I've been working on Let's Plays. So there's a Let's Play of Dark Ties on this channel on Centaku Media, so be sure to check that out after you finish watching the stream. But also definitely be sure to check out Inugami the Hound on YouTube and his previous any highlights he has. Alright, welcome.
Yakuza games have quite a few clips, man. Those I think I got like 2 more recently. Like I said, I just met what was called Captain Beef, and then oh my god, there was that one hilarious cutscene with when they go back to Aloha Happy and they meet the Aloha mascot, and he had one of the best lines I've heard in a very long time. Like, I can't wait to get Aloha Happy with that dump trunk later on. And he's like those 2 girls, man, on his lap.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's see, where were we going? So yeah, so the Dark Ties, yes, I finished. I definitely wanted to play through Dark Ties because I was curious of the doomed Yaoi moment that happens. So I was like, yes, I need to see that. So I'm satisfied, but definitely have questions going into whenever Like a Dragon 9 comes out. But before we jump ahead of ourselves, so going back to moments, since we talked a bit about it, so I've already mentioned some sub stories, but let's see, top 3 moments. I'll go first to set up the mood. So my favorite, I guess it could be a mix of sub stories and actual canon moments from the game. So one of my favorite sub stories, maybe, yeah, my top favorite sub story, I got like a second favorite, but my favorite sub story, and I actually have a clip on this on the main channel, is from Yakuza 5, where you play Seijima and he dresses in a Santa outfit. That's my favorite one. Because, you know, it's just, he just sees these kids, or, you know, these punks, and wants to help out in some way. And it's just like, I didn't sign up for this, but, you know, it's Yakuza, so you don't question it. Another one is, let's see. So there is a sub story going, let's say the guide and the man who erased his name. So there's a sub story called The Ghost of Sotomori, which revisits a certain villain from Yakuza 2. That one, I was like, I have no idea. Like, I totally forgot about that character, and I was like, I did not expect y'all to talk about him, but like, go off, I guess. But I definitely like the way they approached it. And lastly, the Oh, sure. Actually, I don't want to jump ahead of myself. I was going to say something from Pirate Yakuza, but you hadn't finished it yet. You still playing through it. Actually, Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth specifically was that one scene where Trijima and Kiryu, they're kicking butt, going through the Millennium Tower. That one, that's my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in the Yakuza franchise, whether it be like the main quest lines or just it could be sub stories. It could be just you playing the game and just having a real fun time. And like I'm just trying to think about like some of the moments I had fun with it. Like this, I could probably like rack off a lot of them, but like let's see, top 3. I still think one of the best moments from go all the way back to Yakuza 0. This one's like kind of early on in the game is when like I think it was like Kiryu's in the sewer, and then was it Kuze rams into him with the metal pipe. That was really badass.
Oh yeah.
And also that was really good. One of my favorite like sub quests still has to be the Mr. Libido. Can't go wrong with him.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. Another good one would be we can go down. Let's see if we can go a little further down.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Another good moment would be from Yakuza 5 when Kiryu just collapses in the snow. That was a good moment.
Oh yeah.
And another good moment will definitely be I think from like Yakuza Like a Dragon, when Ichiban,
Mm-hmm.
he gets out of prison and he's like, "Thank you, everyone," and he bows down. And I don't know why that moment just hits me real hard. He's like, 18 years in a slammer and no one's there.
Oh yeah.
Man. And then the security guard just closes the door very awkwardly. I don't know why that cracks me up.
Yeah, so definitely some good moments there, and I hope that's enough to get people interested in the game. It's like you got what 9-10 games of content to go on, so you'll. I
mean, yeah, there's a lot of other good moments. Like obviously that one cutscene Yakuza, I think it was Yakuza Kiwami 2, where he gets stabbed by the knife. By the I think it was like Insulting Bori or something like that, by the random hobo guy.
Yeah.
Obviously all the sidemen shooting all the guns with the rubber bullets.
Yeah.
You got Nishiki, like anything with Nishiki. I love like Nishiki's still one of my favorites, man. One of the best.
Oh yeah. So having played Yakuza 0 first, I totally thought Nishiki was the one. Like. That was gonna last for a while. Then I figured out very quickly playing Kiwami 1. I was like, oh well, rip. But I wonder, like, with everything going on, I'm just curious as to, like, I don't know. I'm just probably gonna leave it at that.
Man, I really want do you still want to talk about the older games, or you want to go with more recent, more newer games like Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Gaiden, Infinite Wealth? We can talk a little bit about the pirate one. And there's Ishin, if you want to throw that in there. I have not got a chance to touch that one yet.
Oh, me neither.
They referenced that one a lot in Infinite Wealth with Kiryu. Oh man.
Yeah, we can go back to the older games. So yeah, I haven't played Ishin myself. That one I think I might lean towards making a Let's Play of. And I also haven't played Lost Judgment or Lost Judgment yet. So that's gonna be. Oh
yeah, same here. My brother's played through that one. I told him, oh, maybe by the same guy made Yakuza. He goes, oh, I'll try him out. I think even he got kind of fatigued. He's like, yeah, I started skipping a lot of the crap. And it's I'm just gonna get to the end. I'm super dedicated. I will go through a lot of the stuff, but even I'm let me wrap this up.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of basically what I'm doing. I'll play Ishin, but let's take a break because I do want to play. I do want to play through Ace Attorney, so that's why I'm having taken a break with streaming for the first part of the year because of work and stuff. I'm easing back into streaming, so Ace Attorney, I'm focusing on that before I focus on anything else. But yeah, going back to like the older games. So what part of the older games you want to talk about that stands out?
Oh yeah, I mean, just like when I was like, because of I remember a lot of stuff in the older games, because when you play through Infinite Wealth, when you play as you get like, I think it was like chapter 8 or so, you start going with Kiryu, so Kiryu starts going through his memoir of dragons, and you start remembering stuff. And I remember, Force Shine, Club Sunshine, I remember the Grand, I start remembering Akiyama, Tanimura, I started remembering all these things, like, oh yeah, I remember that, yeah. And like, it was just one of those things. Like, I don't know if you want to like talk about them specifically. It was more like me like waxing poetically and nostalgic about them, thanks to Like a Dragon.
Oh, I guess
Wealth.
You mentioned Akiyama, so I will say that there's definitely not enough love for Akiyama. Like, I know we get to see him appear for a bit in Infinite Wealth, but I'm hoping the next game he will, get some justice, visual justice.
Yeah, I like Akiyama. I still like him. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna jump into Infinite Wealth. There's one. I have some problems with the storyline. Like, I get it. I get what they were trying to do, but also at the same time, it kind of annoyed me. Like, it's okay. I'm gonna start working on that one, because like I have a few bones to pick with that one. They're still fresh in my head.
So yeah, like for Infinite Wealth. So I guess going to like, I know jumping a bit. Yeah, Akiyama, I feel like instead of making him a temporary like one-shot character, they definitely could have done something, but I guess that would have, I don't know if they had more ideas.
I feel like they used up a lot of his good ideas in 5, where he helped out Haruka, and then he had Watase and the entire Omi Alliance get on his hands and knees and like thank him, like, hey, you helped us out, and you're a good friend of Kiryu. I felt like that kind of wrapped it up. And remember in 6, he has to go underground again as Mr. Hobo, just so he doesn't get killed by the triads again. That's pretty much that was the last time we saw him.
Yeah, but yeah, so I don't know what role like they would put him in. They definitely, like, considering what we've seen in Infinite Wealth, and I guess knowing what we know of Pirate Yakuza, like, I won't go too much into that. I definitely hope that 9 will give him a bigger role. And also, I don't want to jump ahead of myself too, because I was going to actually point out another character, but that's going to be a little later. But I guess going back to the older games. So part of the older games, so between Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, I want to say 5 was my favorite, even though that was like the original long games compared to Yakuza Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth. The part where you take control as Haruka, definitely different. Definitely different from the fighting aspect of it. It felt like it was out of place, but you know what? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, this works.
Yeah, I think it just works because it's like a Yakuza game. You play like so many different little things, whether it be brawling, you're doing Dragon Card, you're doing like the P mini game, you're doing what's that? Cockfighting / like bug fighting. You're doing all these things, man. So it didn't feel too out of place. I didn't mind it, and also it's like it was one of the first times I think you play as a female character, and after that you obviously have like a Dragon, where you have Sa-chan and Eri-chan as teammates. Well, Eri-chan was just like kind of a bonus character. She doesn't really have much of a plot except for Ichiban's confections.
That, and then the certain boss fight that I won't mention. Yeah, she came in handy. Like, I had to basically go back in the locker for that one boss fight. No, oh gosh. But also, don't forget Sonhee. I love Sonhee. Like, I made sure.
She's cool. I like her. I do like her. I also like oh my god, I'm blanking. They reintroduced her again in Infinite Dragon, the one from Yakuza 2.
Oh, Sayama.
Sayama, yeah. There you go. And then I think it was like Yumi was Haruka's mother.
Yeah, her. But Sayama though, that one I really wish they did more with her.
There's Makoto. I forgot about Makoto.
No, they don't like. No, they don't. They mention her briefly. That's it. But yeah.
Anytime Majima's around, Makoto or something kind of representing her feels like she comes back. But you know what happened? No one ever talks about Majima's actual wife from Yakuza 5, the one who got killed off screen, the manager. Everyone forgets about her.
Yeah, and then there's also the that one instance that involved his wife. The reason they split was definitely a shocker. Welcome for the follow, Millie on Kick. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, that part. So unfortunately, I got spoiled of that before we got to it in the game, and I had to tell my friend like, "Oh yeah, so Majima was with this woman, and then they split for reasons that are very shocking."
I'm trying to remember what happened. Like, I know she wanted to be a singer, and she wanted to sing at the Tokyo Dome, just like Haruka. I can't remember exactly why they split up. It's been a while.
Oh well, she was pregnant with Majima's child, but to continue her idol career, she had to make some adjustments.
Oh, she's
I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, you're right. Now I remember that. So, I think she wrote a letter, talking to her, her future self, but also what could be her kid. And she also saw Haruka almost like a surrogate daughter. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she saw herself in Haruka, but also there was some other conflicts, I guess from Haruka specifically, because of she basically left the orphanage, left Okinawa, left Kiryu to pursue the idol career, and then Kiryu just felt like he was being a burden, so that's why he went to.
Yeah. That's why he was in that other Fukuyama, something like that.
Fujioka,
He was in another place.
Fukuoka, yeah.
Both 4 and 5 had the multi-character storyline, but man, I felt like in 5 it felt a lot weaker than 4. 4 felt like, okay, all these characters can all kind of work together. 5 was felt more of a stretch, especially with Shinada. I mean, I like him, but at the same time, I felt like he was the weakest thread in my opinion. But hey, that was just personally my opinion. I mean, I know he has a strong connection with with Daigo, but that's all it felt like.
Yeah, I feel like that he was just there for the plot too, because I kind of wish they brought him back. I hope they do bring him back, but
him and Tanamura. There's probably a few other Yakuza characters you could bring back, especially from the Tojo Omi Alliance, the Yakuza clan from it was Okinawa from 3. That clan, obviously the ones in 6, Yuta and all them.
Oh yeah,
they were part of with B Takeshi.
Oh yeah. Man, so this is so much potential for a Dragon 9 with all of that, especially with the recent events in Kiwami 3, but only time will tell. Were there any other moments? Because you did mention a couple of characters I kind of wanted to touch upon going into our favorite characters segment.
Another good moment, like I said, talking to you, so I was jogging back a lot of memories. I'm like, okay, well, what's another one that's really, really good? Let's see. And oh yeah. This one always this one gets me. But oh god, what? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can see his face, but can't remember. It's from Yakuza 0. It was he was the guy that controlled Majima.
Sagawa.
I think it was Sagawa. You never get to fight him. He was the only like villain character you didn't get to fight. And it was also Tachibana, and oh god, who's that evil guy? I can't talk about his name with a bat tattoo.
Bat tattoo. Don't remember. Shoot. I have no idea. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that. Shoot.
Oda, there you go. I had to Google it.
Oh, him.
Oda.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, man.
As I liked him, and then he did what he did. I was like, man.
Yeah, he was all right. I kind of liked him, but man, like, see, like this, like, it's like I said when we started talking about favorite moments. You know, once you unlock one favorite moment, you start thinking like, oh, there's multiple in this game, multiple in this game. I still think one of my favorite moments was in like just overall, like in the game is when you level up your character, like, you know, whether it be like Kiryu or Goro Majima or whoever, like you start unlocking like really badass moves, and you just like string along some cool stuff, like cool heat moves. Yeah. That's always a great feeling for me, because always in the beginning of the game we have literally no money, no nothing, and it's kind of pain. That's how I felt like in Infinite Wealth. My god, I felt like it took forever to get any money in that game. But maybe I was just like I said, I was not doing some stuff right. Maybe the island mini game, or maybe something else, because it wasn't like in Like a Dragon. Yeah, so Like a Dragon with the Ichiban confection, where you can make a whole buttload of money and then go back and buy some stuff and unlock it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what else come to mind. So that's all I can think of, like, for the games. But yeah, I guess for characters, that was definitely something I wanted to touch upon. So when you mentioned Shinada and you mentioned Daigo, so Daigo specifically. So okay, I'll start from the beginning. So I came into this game, had no idea who was who. Playing through Zero, was love at first sight with Majima. So Majima, him coming into, having him being a manager at the time, I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what to expect. And then playing through Kiwami 2, and I was like, okay, yes, I'm on Team Majima. I'm still on Team Majima, but I don't know what it is like in J-pop for those that are into like idols. Well, me being personally into K-pop, there's a bias wrecker. There's a thing called bias wrecker, which means, like, let's say Majima, for example, like, he's technically the bias, but you have someone else that has a charm about them, and that person happens to be Daigo. So Daigo is my bias wrecker. Oh, Yakuza. So, like, Majima's still there, but no Daigo. It's just like, I guess he has that, like, he's definitely a bad guy. Like, he's on the side of evil. He's on, he's a Yakuza, but there's just something about him where he doesn't want to be in the position he's in, but, because of Kiryu, asking him, say, hey, please take over the Tojo clan. He had the vibe of being an a-hole. Definitely, as we can see in 2, and then having put up with Ryuji, but just from 3 all the way to, I guess, 5, he's a bit of a wreck, but he is actually trying. So, like, I think 4 is probably one example of just not his very bright shiny moments, not very shiny for him. But 5, definitely, like, we don't see him for a bit, but that's when he shows up and and confronts Shinada and saying that, hey, like, I know something that might help you, because Shinada's been down on his luck, and plus supposedly they're high school classmates too. So, but anyway, just the depth about him. I love characters that are just mysterious, and I want to know more about them. and they just have this charm about them that I can relate to. It's like, you know, they're very soft spoken, but definitely, you know, there's definitely more to them. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk about that. I'm curious as to what your your favorite character is.
My favorite character, it's still Kiryu, even though he frustrates me sometimes, especially in the most recent game. I was a bit frustrated, but I still like him a lot. You know, after that, you know, got like, you know, Akiyama, Ichiban, Ichibei. I don't want to call him Ichibei. I must be getting confused like a baseball player or something. Then, you know, Ichiban. You know what? Even though he's not one of my favorite characters in this game, can I give a shout out to both Yuta and Tonizawa? Two characters I was not going to like at all. Have completely turned themselves around. I like both of them. I am super disappointed in Chitose.
Oh, Chitose, yeah.
Chitose, and boy, Zhao and like Zhao and Junji Han. Hey, thanks for just throwing in there to fill in a character roster spot. That's what it felt like.
Oh, yeah. So, believe it or not, I actually, playing Zero for the first time, I actually didn't like Kiryu. I guess maybe because, I mean, I think it was very obvious that he was so young at the time and didn't know what he was doing. But it was very obvious going to Kiwami, especially Kiwami, or at least the first Yakuza game. He did what he did. He spent 10 years in the joint. Came off as an elfin pussy.
Yeah, 10 years in the joint made you a pussy. I love that. And also, every time he goes to, I still remember the opening. Like, he goes to Stardust, he meets Yuta and the other guy. And, oh my god, they have a little conversation.
Yeah.
Oh god, the English dub, my god. Back then.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah.
Then don't get Mark Hamill. I think obviously as Majima. Didn't he have someone like from like Mad Men or something like that who did the voice of Ryu Koja? I remember.
It was just Mark Hamill that voiced Majima, but the second Yakuza game that came out in the US, it didn't have a dub at all, English dub at all.
I thought the first two Yakuza games had a dub, and then after that it went all Japanese. But hey, I could totally be wrong. You need to brush up on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, I don't know. I did look that up, I think, a while ago. I think you mentioned that, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I think I mentioned that before, and I may have been corrected or not, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about the Yakuza franchise, you're gonna like retread some stuff.
Oh yeah. I wish. Well, again, like I didn't really give a whole lot of attention to Yakuza, initially for the during the PS2 era. But yeah, I kind of hope that I know that Yakuza 0 had an English dub, but I'm hoping Kiwami 2 gets an English dub at some point, because I know they remastered it or refreshed it last year for the Switch 2 specifically as well. So I don't know. You think it will have an English dub by now if they're trying to like make it where it's more accessible? But I don't know. But going back to the characters, Kiryu. So I didn't really care for him initially, but yeah, playing through Kiwami 1 and 2 specifically, yes, it changed my opinion.
I think one of my favorite moments, like early on in Yakuza 0 with Kiryu, was when he was like going after Kuze in the little like I think it was a Tojo headquarters, and he just drops kick that guy out of the window in the bathroom and almost like falls out, and he has to grab the window. That scene like lives rent free in my head, because that was like the most used like Yakuza like shock, when they made like YouTube shorts or like YouTube compilations. That one got used a lot, and everyone's like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Because they don't know anything about Yakuza. You see this clip of this guy just drop kicking, some random thug right out the window.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so Kiryu, yes, we keep Kiryu. So, Kiryu, especially playing through Infinite Wealth, is like I don't know what I'd do with myself if anything were to happen to him. But I am really hoping that he pulls through. Going into Yakuza 9. whatever happens there. And I know they keep pushing Ichiban to be the main character, but I know there's this discussion of of like, oh well,
oh my god, speaking of Kiryu, I just remembered it. Oh my god, I'm kicking myself. It's from Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name, Gaiden. I remember that final cutscene with Kiryu and the iPad. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, that scene that stabbed me in the heart. But yeah, so I really, I don't know, like there's definitely a lot of mystery of what the next game could entail. But like, I know Ichiban, people are upset that they don't give him enough, like he has 2 games, but it still seems like he's like, oh, we still got Kiryu, let's do something with him. But there's also Ichiban, so it's like,
yeah, I like Ichiban. I like him in both games, but in this second game, he felt like the secondary, like most distant secondary protagonist. Like his plot did not really matter that much. It was mostly Kiryu that mattered the most, which kind of sucked because I mean I like Kiryu, but at the same time I like Ichiban, and I wanted to see more. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about that game, and that's one of my bones, you know, with this game. Because I love Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love Ichiban. I know they introduced a few other characters from the older Yakuza games, but they were like cameo. Oh, I'm here to pass the torch down to you, and you know I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah. So it's just, I'm just, you know, it's like I said, a lot of mystery surrounding the game. But of course, we would, you know, have another discussion for when that happens or when that gets announced. But do you have any other like favorite characters, like maybe a top 3, kind of like I already went down Daigo, Majima, and Kiryu? Like, do you have any more? I guess Ichiban. I guess you already talked about like Ichiban though.
Yeah, like I think my top 3 would have to be obviously Kiryu would be number 1. Then number 2, I gotta give you know, he's like a villain. He's only in 1 game, but like I would love Kuze and Shibusawa from Yakuza 0. And then the next one after that, I know he's only in 1 game. I just liked him a lot just because I thought he was kind of cool, interest character. I really like Tanamura. I feel like no one remembers him, so I want to give him like the underdog some love. So that's why I'll put him on number 3. I'd probably swap him out with someone else, but like I just this one time, like, hey, you know, like I want to give him a bone, my friend. Like I think he deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they bring back like the characters like that in the next game, whatever reasoning they have for it. But speaking of the next game, so I figure we come like towards the end of our discussion talking about, I guess, what's in store for RGG in the future, but also Stranger Than Heaven, which was a game that was announced earlier this month at the Xbox showcase. And I'm very excited about it. Like, it's definitely set in the, I guess, the Yakuza cinematic universe, because it does take place.
I'm super excited for it because like it's starting in a time period like no one really talks about. Like it starts in 1915 Japan. Like, you know, that's the Empire of Japan. That's World War I type of stuff, and it goes through, you know, 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and oh my god, this looks really cool to me. The graphics really good, animations, the voice acting. The only thing that seems a bit odd in the trailer, I don't know, maybe this is just maybe a trailer thing where like sometimes she's speaking Japanese, sometimes she's speaking English. But my thing is, are they going to do like the Tekken thing where everyone just speaks Japanese and somehow, like, you know, Snoop Dogg's going to understand it and somehow speak Japanese back? Or is he the only one that's going to speak English? Or everyone's going to speak English just to him and then to us it's all Japanese, or what?
So,
or maybe or something else, I don't know. Maybe it might be a trailer thing where like just, you know, showing off his English voice, showing off his Japanese voice. The game just looked really cool. The environments, animations, sound design, all the characters. Like I love how all the characters look. Like, my god, when that very last scene where he puts a hat on, like, oh dude, that's so cool. And you hear the music, Stranger to Heaven. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like Snoop Dogg seems really, really cool. All the other characters, yeah, whether it be Japanese or any of the female cast. I think there was another black dude in there, I think, near the end, like another random black guy. I'm like, all right, let's check this out.
Yeah, so yes, really excited as well. And definitely I'm guessing this game will set up for whatever the next big RGG game will be after Stranger in Heaven is, out there officially. So, answering your question about the dubbing, the dubbing part of it. So, they have confirmed that they are going to basically all the people that they've announced. That's what you're going to hear. So yeah, you'll hear Snoop Dogg and not some extra actor dubbing over Snoop Dogg like they did with Danny Trejo and Infinite Wealth. And I think Snoop Dogg's son is in it. That was the other black guy that you mentioned is Snoop Dogg's son in it, and also Ado. So she's a really famous Japanese singer right now. She's kind of like, I don't know what the best way. I guess she's like.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about her. Like, I was listening to the Xbox podcast, Xbox Unlock, and they talked about this thing, and they kept on like talking about Ado, her being this amazing Japanese singer, being a huge fan of her work, and like how she's just blowing up right now in Japanese music. I'm like, man, that's weird. I thought I would have heard about her, but maybe I should look her up and see if she's in anything. Maybe I missed her. She could be in some type of anime, and I may have missed her. That's how I usually find out about a lot of J-pop/J-rock is usually through anime.
So I don't know if she has like any acting credit other than what she's going to be in, like with Stranger in Heaven. So apparently she performed one of the songs either in Judgment or Lost Judgments, one of those games. So she already, had some exposure there. And also, actually Rava, who hopped in here for a bit on YouTube, he saw her in concert a few months ago because she had a concert in Atlanta. Also, a Kimchi no Video. Also, a couple of my friends, they went to her concert here and it was pretty good. And she doesn't show her face. So I guess that's why she's, basically still in that whole like mysterious singer gimmick. I wouldn't say gimmick, but like, I guess to put it politely is that, it's just her persona. It's her persona, basically. And she does have like a VTuber like a representation of herself. So people are questioning, hey, is this character that we see that Ado voices, is that actually her? But who knows. So I like that there's that little segment of her fan base interested in the game because, well, I know they said that, okay, she's a cool singer, but that's not gonna push me just because she's in it, that kind of thing. So it's cool to see different niches within a niche attracted to this game. But as far as like the game goes, yeah, so like the dubbing, yes, they're gonna use the actors they have. So like I think Dean Fujioka, the guy that plays the main character Makoto, and then Tori Kelly, and then I forget who else. You'll hear their voices in the game. But yeah, I'm very excited.
That's cool. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like the thing that keeps on getting me was like when he's like walking through all the environments. I see like you see the different streets, you see different clothing, you see like the train car and street cars, and you see sakura blossoms. And he's walking up all these different little walking up and down the streets and stairs, and it looks really cool, really interesting. One thing I saw this via Voice Critical Charlie. He reacted, and someone in his chat said like, you use the different face buttons will control a different limb, like in Tekken. Oh my god, that sounds interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is very interesting indeed. But yeah, I'm very excited, but also like I know there's some speculation. I know Masayoshi Yokoyama, he initially said, I was trying to find like an actual reference to like the announcement before the announcement. Someone asked him, say, hey, this won't be related to Yakuza, but it is anyway, even though there's not going to be any mention of existing characters. Who knows? But apparently he's known to like lie a little bit because it's like it's going to ruin. Well, I guess as far as like a producer goes, it's going to ruin
that makes sense.
Because I remember that controversy. I guess it's not really a controversy, but it's like actually that kind of moment, right? Kiryu, when that little clip came out of Kiryu talking to Ichiban, basically Ichiban questioning Kiryu, said, "Wait, you've been with a woman before? Like, actually been in a relationship?" And Kiryu's like, "What's that supposed to mean? I've been around a few times." And basically, that's for the longest time, everyone thought that Kiryu was not a virgin, but you'll come up and say, "Oh yeah, he is still a virgin," but clearly that he's had some experience.
I mean, I know he's been around a few female characters. Maybe touched them or hugged them. Maybe went on a date. I don't know about doing to do on the sheets. I don't know about that. And also, I think I saw it on Twitter, like randomly. They spoiled that one scene with Kiryu in the hotel talking about how he has cancer. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that Yokoyama, like, you asked him a question, he was like, no, but then it's like, actually, but yeah, it's just any questions that he's like dodged now, we're basically gonna keep a close eye and see if any of this has happened. Oh yeah, and also worth noting too, the offense that RGG, like actual in-person offense that RGG has had, there's a few characters. Oh yeah, so I actually remember the exact clip. If you've seen the clip too, don't know if you've seen it, but one of these events that they've had is basically a memorial event for all the characters that died. So a couple of the characters, there was two streamers. I think one may have been a voice actor, but one I think maybe a VTuber. I want to say it was like K-Son maybe, but I feel like it was one other girl. But basically, they were there with Yokoyama, and Yokoyama says, "You don't pay attention to the source material." So he's basically, I mean, we kind of found that out about one of the characters, but there's definitely a hint that someone may come back, which, it's going to be kind of annoying, but, like, I don't know.
They didn't bring anyone back from, like, I know they've already brought, like, at least 3 or 4 characters back, and then I heard some rumors that Dark Tide's, like, another filling character might be coming back, because they already did that once from that same game, but they haven't brought anyone back from Zero, right? I remember one of the rumors was from Zero.
So there was a scene, that's why they call it a director's cut, supposedly the scene got cut, but they should have just not have considered that cut material, because considering the circumstances of that death, it's just impossible. But also the character kind of not important, but maybe will be important later. Don't know, but I don't want to get like too much into it, obviously. But yeah, so they bought that one character back that you're talking about, and I'm like, wait, what? Why? Some people were definitely upset about that part. But yeah, so anyway, Stranger in Heaven, definitely looking forward to it, and whenever that comes out, I'll be.
Yeah, I think Stranger in Heaven is. I think that Zero, Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Yakuza. I think those like the 4 games that I've heard, like outside of like hardcore Yakuza fans, actually like casual people like, oh, I want to play those games. I want to get into the franchise, and this is a good way to get in. And like the 2 Yakuza, Like a Dragon games, both RPG kind of games. Zero, obviously a big old prequel, and now Stranger in Heaven, the biggest prequel album, creating the Tojo clan, right? Yeah. So like those are the 4 ways you can get into it.
Right. Yeah. So
maybe Ishin, but I don't know. I haven't played it personally myself. And then there's obviously the 2 Judgment games. Plays like a Yakuza game, but has nothing to do with a Yakuza game. It's like they copy and pasted like everything from a Yakuza game. It's like almost like Taco Bell. They said they made a different burrito. It's another beef burrito. This time with like what's that? Cheesy Fritos in it instead of a Dorito shell.
Ryu's Gakotoku. That's what they call it. Ryu's Gakotoku instead of like
reuse, reheat. Grab that sausage tubing, feed it through the grinder, and make a wiener / sausage.
Yeah. But yeah, so Stranger in Heaven, looking forward to it. I'm kind of curious as to if they'll allude to something going into Like a Dragon 9. So like we've already talked about some characters that might come back. I guess to sum it up, like what would you be what are your predictions for Like a Dragon 9? Like, do you want to have Ichiban? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest. Like, have Ichiban in a larger role than before. Kiryu probably put off to the side. I'm very optimistic of Kiryu's recovery. So, like, we need, like, I'd like to see Kiryu survive, but like, let's at least give Ichiban a time to shine. Maybe they'll. But here's my biggest thing too. Going back to the favorite characters, Daigo. I honestly very biased, so I really hope Daigo is basically put in Kiryu's shoes. It seems like it would be that way considering some other stuff that we found out. But I don't know. Who knows? But I'm curious to see what your predictions are for Like a Dragon 9.
My prediction for Yakuza 9, Like a Dragon 9, the game that keep on reheating itself, like refried beans or something like that. Okay. Enough joking. I want to see honestly Ichiban keep the turn-based combat. I like that job system. One of the things I definitely want to see like an improvement in is like the sub stories. Like I don't want to talk to this person 3 times. Yeah, can I do 1 or 2 times maybe, or something else? Let's see. What they could bring back the like in the other Yakuza games where they see like something cool / rad, and then that inspires them.
Oh yeah.
They could bring that back. Inspirations.
Yeah, they were supposed to bring that back in 3, but it's like, that's too much time or too much resources. I'm like, you could have a little more time. I don't know. Yeah,
that's true. Let's see. Honestly, I love Kiryu, but I think. I just wish. I obviously he's alive, obviously, but he could have just died / passed away / like just disappeared completely after Yakuza 6, the Song of Life. Then you have Ichiban take over, and then and obviously you do have Gaiden. He keeps on calling himself so Joryu and everything. He tries to stay away from his family and friends, but that didn't turn out so well. And then he had cancer. Then he had to fight with like Yuta, and then trying to defeat the other gangsters. And I thought he was gonna pass away in that one.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He survived. I mean, he got his name back, but at the same time, like I think now, like I don't mind seeing Kiryu, go away. You can bring Akiyama, Daigo. I think Saejima and Majima are still good, like side characters. Obviously, the cast from Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth, you can bring them back. You can obviously really work on them. Like I think the ones you need to work on a lot is San-chan. I like San-chan, but I just felt like everything about her was just like, oh, you love Ichiban? Are you gonna marry Ichiban? Now's it. I like Soki. And I know she had that little thing for, Kiryu. I know a lot of people made her into like almost like a love sick puppy.
Love interest
on Kiryu.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I mean, she was more like idolizing him. Like, oh, I want to be as badass gangster as him. So it's not the same. Chitose, I don't really like. I mean, I don't really like all that much.
She was okay.
I didn't like how they forgave her so easily after like ruining how many people's lives with that live stream.
Like a lot. Like
Kiryu, Ichiban.
Like it wasn't her fault really. Like she kind of started that way, but she was basically approached by that one dude.
Yeah, Eiji.
Yeah,
that guy, the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, him.
That asshole. Like I understand that. I understand she was kind of blackmailed and everything, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we? I think we can finally talk about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. We've been talking about bits and pieces here and there, but I think when the next Yakuza game, I think I think it's going to be mostly the same stuff, the same formula. Could be good, could be bad. It's kind of playing like a Dynasty Warriors game. I'm playing through Dynasty Warriors right now, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, Infinite Wealth, definitely enjoyed a lot of the callbacks from the previous games, and then definitely an improvement with the battle system as far as like the turn-based goes.
Yeah, the turn-based combat was much better. One thing that's weird, it takes a long time to make any money in that game, especially in Hawaii. And it took a long time to get classes too. I had the same classes the entire time. I think Ichibei. I never changed Ichibei's class, Ichiban's class at all. I just kept it a bat the entire time. And then Tony Zawa got rid of the carry, gave him the Aquanaut for a while. Then at the end, when I had money, I can actually go on those tours and gave him the host class, and that made him really great. Namba, I gave the Desperado. Adachi, I had the chef class just because his default class just sucks to me.
Oh yeah,
his cop class. Maybe you can make it really good, but I don't care. And then I made him a samurai, and that made him so much better. Chitose, I just kept with the same class the entire time. I didn't really mess with anything. San-chan was the idol girl. Yeah, and Namba was the Namba was Desperado. Yeah, Junji, I just kept assassin. Sohi, I also kept her gangster class. Same with Zhao as well. I didn't really use Zhao or Junji all that much. I mostly stuck with the default people. I just felt it a lot better. You can if you gave them one of those classes, you can give them good offense, defense, and then a decent heal spell.
Yeah, so there were a couple characters that, well, I know, so going into it, seeing the demo of it, Kiryu basically taking, these roles, these classes or whatever, just seeing him out of character was just kind of I don't know, it tickled me, like him being a host, being from the host club, he just goes like "Happy birthday!" It was just that would make my day.
Yeah.
But
I kept him in the dragon class the entire time because I think so powerful. For a long time, I mostly just stuck with the brawler class. Every once in a while, I'll switch to the beat style to break someone's guard. Maybe Rush. Rush felt really useless until the end, where you get the multiple XXX attacks, and you can just pile up on a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
I think that class was really useful in the dungeons when you just had kick and kill off a few weak characters at the end, and you can just focus on that one guy, one main boss dude. Oh yeah. I think the combat in the game was really good. The side quests is kind of annoying. I got do the deliveries, do Sicko Snap, do all this. But I didn't mind it too much because okay, I can still go through it. I mean, obviously, when you do so much of it, obviously by the time at the end of the game, I was kind of tired of it. Grinding through the dungeons, trying to find some money. I didn't touch the island minigame at all. I didn't feel like touching that one. Let's see what else is there. Oh man, but it's mostly from a storyline point of view where I had a lot of problems with Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Mostly to do with Ichiban and Kiryu, and how Ichiban didn't feel like the main character at all. He felt completely superfluous. I felt like most of the characters felt superfluous, except for Kiryu and his connections with the Tojo clan. The island in Hawaii is really, really cool. But when I'm thinking about it, all the stuff that happens in that game, especially at the end, can we start talking about the religious cult and all that?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we finally so we kept on going over and over and trying to find, Ichiban's mother. We finally found her. She's in that cult. We rescue her, and we try to rescue the girl who's supposed to be the real founder's daughter, not Price. It turns out to be an imposter and turned the entire clan and entire religious group into an absolute psychotic, crazy religious cult. And one of the things I've noticed, they kept on talking about it, but he kept on like trying to wave a whole bunch of excuses, like, oh, just because Bryce made it evil doesn't mean everyone in there is evil and this and that. I felt like they like, because of like, this reminds me of like Japan's own history with cults and how they had to like love, hand waving, whitewashing, whatever you want to use to excuse them.
Yeah, like that. The whole cult thing, like that one. I feel really bad for the kids because they got taken.
And like also
reason.
to remind you, you had to remember in all the Yakuza games, almost every Yakuza game, they bring back the Shir Poopy clan or Shir Pippi clan over and over and over again.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's multiple storylines where you see it from 0, you see it in like I think 1 or 2, and then they come back again like in I think like Yakuza 6, or I think it was Yakuza 6, but like the guy from the original one, he's like trying to repent. That's also the game that had the girl who left through time reference as well.
Yeah,
and
that's my favorite.
Then they brought him back again, like him trying to like be a legit like yoga instructor or like therapist or something like that, and someone else was trying to someone recognized. Oh, I remember you. You're some evil. You're probably like evil clan. I think they try to attack him. You defend him as Kiryu.
Yeah, I was just thinking through that sub story. It's like, oh, Kiryu had no idea what Majima had to go through.
Oh yeah, that's another moment. When you pick the different dances, you can do the Mr. Libido humping thrust dance. I remember everyone cracking up on that one. That was another like viral moment.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Libido. Oh god. we could never have enough Mr. Libido, my friend.
Yeah.
Dude, him and the friggin' oh god, I can't remember the name of the video store where you had to where Kiryu and Majima would always go all the time.
Oh yeah,
god, I remember the phone sex minigame and the internet cafe 6 minigame. Oh my god, I remember that now. Oh my god! Oh, dude, that was one of my favorite moments streaming that game. Was they come in, they raid me, they see Kiryu staring at this hot Japanese woman, and he's like typing like a boomer. It is growing.
It's growing.
Lovely. He talks like such like a caveman. It's hilarious.
Or boobs. I think he eventually says like boobs or something like that.
And like, I love reading all the little fake usernames that were like I got all of them are also hilarious too.
Oh, in Infinite Wealth. Now you remember about Infinite Wealth. There's that one mini game where you are basically like on Tinder or something like that.
Yeah. The host, the online host game, yeah. And every girl you meet is the most ugliest girl or a dude pretending to be a girl. I just beat that. I beat that 5 times to get that trophy achievement. Like I got most of all the achievements. I just got like a few mini games, the last of the dungeon, and then max out the stats. I maxed out one of his stats. Oh my god, maxing out like Kiryu Ichiban's stats sucks. Cause I already did the entire, vocational quizzes, and I've done like everything else in there. Now all this stuff's like, just go through the checklist. I need one. Oh.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like Infinite Wealth, like the story. I know you already had your opinion on the story. Yeah, definitely it's a start, but definitely looking forward to improvements for the next game. And also with Stranger Than Heaven coming out, I know this is like the glimpse of what we'll see in future RGG games. So whatever.
Yeah, the Stranger Than Heaven looks like really good. Like compared to all the other Yakuza games, like all the Yakuza games were very, very good, but they were very anime. Like this one feels much more like a movie. Like okay, they went to they went to Hollywood and punched up this writing.
Yeah.
Another thing is speaking of Infinite Wealth, like I felt like everything that did with like Panakana didn't do anything. Like this evil I'm this evil villain who's been crawling the underground for like past 60 70 years. You beat him, and obviously you start you had to get rid of all the nuclear waste, but it didn't change Hawaii's society. Hawaii side has been very gentrified. Also a lot of rich people coming in buying stuff. You had all the gangs. If you look at all the gangs, 99% of the gangs were like brown people / black people. And I'm like, man, what are you saying about here?
You're right.
Just cults, over tourism, relying way too much on tourism. Another thing that's also hilarious is you have Hawaii, a American, state that's very independent, but you allow themselves to be controlled by this evil gang in the underground of Hawaii and Japan to ship off everyone's nuclear waste. Everyone's just dumping their crap on you. And the government of Japan were okay with it. Some folks in the Hawaiian state government were fine with it. The cops were corrupt. You do all this stuff. You do all this stuff and nothing changes. Even in the regular Yakuza games, sometimes things don't change. They really love to romanticize how awesome the Yakuza are. And no, they're not very good people. They're pretty bad. I mean, with the exception of Kiryu, I think that's the only good, maybe pure Yakuza. Maybe Ichiban might be right behind him, and that's it. Every other Yakuza you meet has done a lot of terrible, horrible things. Daigo, Majima, Saitama, Sarah, Takeda.
Yeah, those are the old school.
Daigo's dad, Dojima, his mom. Oh god, and all the people in the Omi Alliance and this and that. Oh god.
Yeah, all the old school Yakuza, and when you think about, especially Abina in Infinite Wealth, he was definitely self-important, and that's why he was shaming Kiryu, and Kiryu had that speech. It's I'm sorry, for screwing. But
I actually really like Ebina. Of all the main, I guess, 3 or 4 villains in the Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth game, he was the most important one. Bryce felt like a nothing burger, Dwight a nothing burger, Edgy, Iri-chan, whatever that guy, the wheelchair, absolute nothing burger. Ebina, him and his storyline and his thing, I actually really liked him. He has become one of my favorite villains because you sympathize with him. He's both him and Ichiban are two sides of the same coin when it comes to Master Arakawa, and what Arakawa did, to 2 women. You gave birth to 2 different kids, maybe even 3 if you want to count Ryo-Oki, the young master. 3 different kids turned out all 3 differently, and I just wish I had more time with Kiryu and his mother. We never knew his mother until this game. I think they may have shown her in one of the cutscenes, or I think so. Maybe they had on phone. I think that was Joe's girlfriend. They left him in the lockers and everything.
Oh yeah.
And it's been 2-3 years since Bleach Japan, and that actually had an impact. Finally a Yakuza game that had an impact. They got rid of the all the Yakuza. They tried to reform them. A lot of them could not. So a lot of them ended back into the Seiryu, or whatever's left of the Seiryu clan. The Ijin 3 mostly gone. It's mostly the German goal, a little bit of the Yomung, Lumung triads here and there, and I really wanted Ichiban, Ebina, and their mom together. I wanted them to talk to each other because they're the only three clicks links left to Master Arakawa and the Arakawa clan. There's Joe, but there's Joe.
Yeah.
Blank out his name. Oh, and then there's Ichiban's friend, the fat guy who dies.
Sure, I forget his name. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, and I understand what they're trying to do. Okay, Kiryu, he's I'm the face of the Yakuza. I was the fourth chairman, and I wanted to change the thing, but I didn't. I ran away, and that makes sense. But him to say that to Ebina, if I was there, I could have changed things. But he's dude, that happened so long time ago when he was a little kid, and their clan dissolved, just Yuta's clan kind of dissolved. The one he worked for that woman he loved who had the amnesia, and like I kind of understand it, but like it would have been better if it was him and Ebina versus Ichiban, because that would have made so much more thematically more sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah, all of those are good. Definitely on points with what I thought too, and it's definitely sad, especially like going into thinking back to Yakuza Like a Dragon. I was definitely sad, and seeing poor Ichiban just break it down like that, and then everything, that whole thing with Kume and Rio, it's like, ugh.
Oh yeah, Kume stabbing Ryo-Oki, man, right there in front of the coin lockers all over again, over what 20-something years ago, where the bursts were switched.
Yeah.
And like another thing is, I was just thinking about it, like, what was it?
Let's see. Something to do with the coin locker, I guess. The whole thing with Arakawa, basically, right?
Yeah, and Ebina's mother was talking about, how, the Yakuza look after each other, how they should take care of each other, and that kind of makes sense. But like once you get kicked out, like, it is like, it's a criminal organization, so there's like not much contact. You don't have much, not much money. There's nothing there to support you, especially being a woman. It's really bad if you're a woman.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely Ichiban deserved better.
Yeah, oh my god. At the end, after you get done with the fighting and they go back to Japan, and Ichiban's once again just talking about Sachan, trying to make up for his mistake, his proposal from like what 2 years ago or whatever, and then he messes up, and like, oh my god, that annoyed me, because it felt like we went back to square zero. We went back to square one. All right, Ichiban's an idiot. He messed it all up, and that's it. He became like almost like a joke character. This felt like more like a joke / romance anime, trope, instead of like something serious.
Yeah, Ichiban, like, what were you thinking? Oh god, that was definitely cringy. That whole
and I understand what he's trying to do. Like, oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna protect you. We have some kids. You don't have to worry about this and that. But like, not every girl wants that. I know Sachan does not want that. She's pretty good at, taking care of herself at the. She's like the main mama /
Yeah, she's independent. Club. She can take care of herself.
Pretty independent. Yeah. And instead of saying like having kids and I'll take care of the chores or you take care of this, all that's fine. But like to say like, oh, that's all you're going to do. Well, I think that's the part like kind of like made her mad. Like, hey, why don't we just do it together? Maybe you can come work with me at the bar. Like, you be one of the bartenders. I'm the mama. / I'm the owner. Because obviously, I don't think, Ichiban may have been the CEO of Ichiban Confections. I'm guessing Eri-chan or someone else was like doing the bookkeeping. Was it like was it one of the chicken?
I think it was the chicken or the older lady, I think.
Yeah, it's one of them too. the real bookkeepers.
Yeah,
like Ichiban's great. Like the great face. Like you put him on the commercials, put him on the ads. You can put him on the street, him waving the little flyers.
But yeah, so definitely some good moments. Yeah, that whole thing, and then I'm glad that Adachi and Namba like talked him down for that. Hold on one sec, sorry. But yeah, that whole thing. I'm glad they covered that like early in the game, but it definitely felt like an anime or like J-drama or K-drama moment, whatever you wanna put it at. But yeah.
Yeah, I wish they didn't put that in the trailer. Him Kiryu saying I have cancer. I wish they saved that.
Yeah, that was definitely strange.
Yeah. I hate when trailers spoil way too much. That's why I really like the Stranger in Heaven. It shows a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense until you actually play it.
Exactly.
Like, there's no context, and I like that.
Right. So maybe they learn from their mistakes, hopefully, knock on wood. And then maybe whatever they've learned from this game, they'll apply that for RGG9. But
and like I know it's like I'm going back a little bit to like a Dragon Gaiden, the Man Who Raised His Name. Oh man, I like that game. I really love like the new combat system for like, you know, for Kiryu, and you know, I just got it into Like a Dragon Pirate 1. I just really like how it flows. I remember the older games, whether it be 0, Kiwami 1 and 2, Yakuza 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, it felt pretty stiff. You know, and this one you feel a lot nicer, a lot more fluid. You have you got the little gadgets and everything. Obviously, you got the different classes, gadgets, or like styles for Majima, whether it be his Mad Dog style, his pirate style. You know, you got the hook, you got the gun, you got the 2 swords.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just.
But one thing I don't like is this is obviously they went obviously because it's more an action brawler game. One thing I don't like is when you go to one of the food stalls, you can't eat all the food, and you know, and unlike all the combos, I hate that. I hate like I can't eat a certain amount. That's one thing I annoy me so much about the other Yakuza games, like because you try to finish one of the the restaurants to click that off your checklist. I remember writing down all the restaurant names on a little notepad. I'm like, all right, let's go to Kyushu Star, let's go to Cafe Alps, let's go to the Sushi Gin, and get all the stuff at the this place, Serena, Champion District, the Hotel District and all that.
Yeah, and I know there was like one store, like a chain in Japan that you actually can't eat at. I think it was like the New York Burger or something, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the hold on, BRB.
Okay. All right, so while he's taking that call, I will make an announcement. I just shout out to Bully Her on YouTube for dropping in the chat. Also, Richard Buff Guy also dropping in the chat on Twitch. Thank y'all for tuning in on the stream. But this is our last call for any questions or anything, comments you have concerning RGG or Yakuza or Stranger Than Heaven. And I appreciate y'all dropping in. Be sure to follow the channel, both ours and Inugami's, to support each other. And I will also make an announcement that this will be the only stream this week. I was going to do a stream for Ace Attorney.
I'm telling you, no, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had my parents came back to ask me about like dinner and everything. They bought some like nice barbecue and everything. So
that sounds good. But yeah, I guess.
Did I miss anything, or were you just doing some housekeeping with about your next streams and
just housekeeping,
videos and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, just give a shout out to everyone that's dropped in. Just shout out. Had a couple people drop in, say hi, so just giving them a shout out. But also, this will be the last call for questions or any comments, because I think that probably would be the good time to wrap up the stream if you're due for dinner. But I can't think of anything.
I mean, not immediately. I can go let's say 9:30 or so. I mean, after I eat that, and I could just do like a late stream at like 10. I was maybe finish up, Call of Duty or something. That would probably be a quick stream, like hour and a half. Okay. Yeah, so I can go for another good 30 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, I will before we go any further, I will give a shout out to Ralvasit because he is streaming now. He's streaming on YouTube. He dropped in chat early, but he did want to, let me know privately that he's streaming, because normally, that's frowned upon and say, hey, I'm streaming in chat, unless you reach out and say that, hey, they're streaming. But yeah, he's a real life friend of mine, so I'm going to put his channel in a bit so y'all could check it out, because he doesn't stream for very long. He usually streams for about an hour and a half. So if anyone wants to go check it out, be sure to drop by his channel on YouTube. He's currently streaming Mystical Ninja Goemon, so be sure to give him a shout out. Tell him that Centaku bought y'all over. That's my raid for the night, basically. I don't know if YouTube lets you do raids, but yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube does raids.
Supposedly
maybe, I know Twitch.
Sorry. Yeah, supposedly they did at one point, but I'm guessing still work in progress. So I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, like a few other things. Honestly, it's back to Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. It's gonna call it that now. Just mash it all together. It's like a Street Fighter game now.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff I love about the game. It's mostly to do with Kiryu, all the reminiscing of doing all the things with him. But my God, I'm not gonna lie. The thing that frustrated me so much about that was near the end, where he refused over and over again to meet Haruka and Hataro and Yuta over and over and over. I'm like, no, just meet them, talk to them. You've the Daijobu, whoever, like, fuck them. Just go see them. Go see them, man. Daijobu?
Daijoji.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, just go see them. Like Dante-san. Dante-san's like bending over backward, breaking feel like he's like breaking his spine just to carry you. Come on, and like over and over again, cause it reminds me of obviously in Yakuza 6, when Haruka gets hit, trying to save his kid, you spend all that with Hataro, and then at the end, you see Hataro, Yuta, all the kids, and Haruka, and it was just, and he walks away from, and I understand why, but still, I wanted him to see him, talk to him, connect with him, she's your daughter, you're no longer Uncle Kaz, your father, your daughter, I want to connect with your grandson, Haruto. Yeah, and that one was the most frustrating one. I know a lot of people harp on the one where he pretty much, he's like, I'm never gonna love a woman, I'm never gonna love what's her face from Yakuza Kiwami 2. She says all this stuff about him. He's like, oh, I'm waiting for him. I want, he can put a ring on my finger and yada 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 and all that. And yeah, that was kind of frustrating. I remember he met his former boss, the cabbie boss, taxi boss, whatever, from Yakuza 5. I remember that one. That was a bit funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also,
and
yeah,
one thing I did like was seeing Kiryu meet, Daigo, Saejima, and Majima in that little crappy fishing village, and they're just barely scraping by. These were some of the strongest characters, and especially I know at least Daigo had to be smart with money. Saejima probably doesn't have money. He's in and out of prison all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Majima, he can make a lot of money, but I can imagine him just wasting it. I think that's what happened to his construction company, right?
Not only that, it was just illegal, a little iffy to begin with as far as the legality goes, but also I believe, I hope they do something at some point, because I know at one point, again, Yokoyama always says one thing, but I'm sure at some point it's going to happen. But he said he wasn't interested in doing a remake of RGG of the End or Dead Souls. So basically,
my God, that'd be crazy, because I remember Yakuza Dead Souls. I remember someone playing through that game a long time ago, back on the early YouTube days. And I remember seeing Akiyama and all them. I didn't know really who they were, but now I know who they were. Oh, I remember Akiyama had some guns. I think Ryu Gojo had a minigun on his arm.
Yeah.
And Kiryu shooting people, Majima was shooting people. It was really weird, really dumb. Because I remember they mentioned that. A minigame I missed from Yakuza Like a Dragon was the sheep one. That was pretty good.
The
sheep theater.
Oh yeah,
I was getting Catherine vibes from that one.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, Kamurocho Hills. Going back to Majima's construction company, I think that they could basically re-explain that in Dead Souls if they ever refresh it. I know you can go through a little bit of Kamurocho Hills. I forget what one of the games. It might have been the fifth one.
Didn't they? Oh yeah. They were working on Kamurocho Hills, right? Like in Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, right? I remember you had to go up there and you can pick either character. I think I ended up playing as Kiryu. I remember going up the entire tower to fight them.
I think that was it was under construction in 2. That's where Majima construction became a thing, but I think you could go through most of it either 4 and 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember that now. Oh yeah. Let's see. What else was it? Let's see. Another character I wasn't a big fan. Like obviously, I didn't really like Chitosi and how, like everyone, like also this game also talked about a lot about like giving people second chances, but also like hopping on the bandwagon, hopping on cancel culture, the VTuber thing. That feels very Japanese, and also like people getting canceled over something. I remember maybe like Ichiban, Adachi, Namba. I mean, Namba lost his nursing job again. Like that's twice he lost. I think the first time he lost it was like I think he was like stealing drugs or something like that.
Yeah,
or selling them on the side, and then this time he lost it because of
the VTuber.
Being associated with Ichiban, the former hero of Injinchicho. Also, I looked it up. I think Injinchicho that's based off of real place, just like Kamurocho and Sotenbori. Oh, dude, man, it's hilarious. Like because the Yakuza has gotten more popular, I've seen a lot more Yakuza cosplay on TikTok, on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And obviously more memes. Obviously everyone always going crazy over the karaoke. A lot of people, doing Bakamatai.
Oh yeah. And of course, I added to the pool of the algorithm as well, because for those new to the channel or just need a refresher, I've done Yakuza skits and videos before. Like did one at MomoCon last year where my friend Sippy, he helped me film it. He was basically asking questions. It's the Majima construction skit where I'm holding my sign up and he says, "Hey, what are the benefits?" And it's like, "Well, you work hard, but we catch you slacking off, it's over." And then he like, "Okay, I'll go somewhere else." So I don't know if you've seen that.
You know what's weird? Like, I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I first saw Kiryu in Yakuza Infinite Wealth, with his hair down, gray hair, black shirt, and everything, by the time he puts his old suit back on, I'm like, I was kind of missing his new look, because he tried to slick back his his graying hair, and it didn't look as good.
I'm pretty sure when you think about it, it's very obviously symbolic, because he is going for one less.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know that, but it was just like, man, it felt a bit jarring because I got so used to that look. I mean, spending so much time around Japan, it would be Inchijicho or Kamurocho, going to all the memoirs of a dragon and all the Twinklings and all the all the things with all the different chapters with all the characters. So I got used to that look.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, in Kiwami 3, I think you can get that hairstyle. Of course, it's not gray, but I would like to see Kiryu, I guess, his hair down more often, because I guess it's just,
Well, I have noticed, anytime there's any type of like DLC, like especially like DLC character packs, they always like bring Kiryu's Yakuza 0 look, with the white suit and the yellow-orange shirt. And then obviously you can dress up as the other characters. Oh, let's dress up as Watase, Daigo, and other characters. Because I just saw that right now in the Pirate one. I got my man Majima finally in a nice little suit and tie, and five fingers on each hand, man.
So I see something you just mentioned there. Dang, drawn a blank. I guess talking about going back to Pirate Yakuza specifically, I definitely expected. Well, I don't want to like spoil it a little bit. There was definitely some stuff, like I know there was some criticism concerning Pirate Yakuza, but I'm still satisfied.
One of the best pirate games I've played in a very long time. This is better than Skull and Bones.
Oh yeah,
we haven't had a good pirate game since like Assassin's Creed 4 Rogue, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Rogue. It's pretty sad if you think about it.
So Rava introduced me to Sea of Thieves before the release of Pirate Yakuza, and that was a lot of fun. I actually hope to play that with him again.
Oh, totally forgot about Sea of Thieves. I didn't play it myself, but I remember that game was panned really badly. But like all these years later, Microsoft did not give up on that game, and that's like one of the best games out there. Still play. A lot of people like it. A lot of people love it.
Yeah.
Same with Grounded and a few other games like that.
Yeah, but
that game and a few other games, you know, you can put like brought itself back. You know, Cyberpunk brought itself back. No Man's Sky, Final Fantasy 14,
oh yeah,
A Realm Reborn. You know, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1. You know, Battlefield 5, another one. Halo, the Master Chief Collection's another one you could throw on there. Obviously, Sea of Thieves, Grounded. There's probably a few other games, you know, like obviously a bunch of MMOs I probably never played, but you know, I think WoW fixed itself a few times here and there. Final Fantasy 14, 11,
Final Fantasy 11,
EverQuest,
14, and Final Fantasy 11 too. 11 especially because they're celebrating the 24th anniversary this year.
God, man. I know they added a bunch of new stuff to like Final Fantasy 15 with its DLC and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Now that game, I wish they actually gave up on that game. Like the guy that took over.
Yeah, Tabata-san.
Yeah, he
because
left.
it was the guy. They had the guy who was the art stylist behind all the Final Fantasy game, Kingdom Hearts game, Nomura. No.
Yeah, it was Nomura's game, but they wanted a different vision because I think basically he wanted a more mature Final Fantasy game.
It was a very dark Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy Versus 13. Then Final Fantasy 13 came out. I think Agito became Final Fantasy Type 0. Then you have the entire 13 trilogy. Then Versus was scrapped and turned into 15. And then that's a bunch of DLC. And then unfortunately they were gonna have more DLC and all that got scrapped.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, then the studio gets shut down after Forspoken comes out and didn't do so well.
Yeah, and then they whatever they had left of 15, they turned into a novel, which I have, but so I've left to read because I'm still salty about them because I really enjoy 15.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I like 15 too. I remember playing a bunch of hours on that. I played that and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, back to back. You know, in 2016. That's all. I remember playing so many hours of those games.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, speaking of 15, y'all, so just for those watching, I am working on a Final Fantasy 15 cosplay skit I did at MomoCon. Trying to get it up this weekend, but I'm having issues with subtitling because TikTok Studio is very stubborn, won't let me add my own captions per se, so I have to do it the normal way using DaVinci Resolve and adding them where they need to go. So stay tuned for that. It's on all the Centaku media channels. But anyway, so yes, as far as like keeping games going, definitely shout out to Final Fantasy 14. I know we were talking before we went live about how, like, also going back to the trailers, about how, you know, like in Infinite Wealth, they revealed that Kiryu had cancer. There was definitely some stuff in 14 Endwalker, like, it was very fake, but playing through that game, it like, I cried, like, not once, not twice, but 3 times playing through that. And going into Dawn Trail, though, it wasn't the same, because the story definitely felt like a filler arc of anime. So, like, just going to, like, maybe going back to, like, Yakuza proper, like, the Pirate Yakuza specifically, I know the reception of that, like, the announcement of Majima being a pirate, like, it's Yakuza, so you don't question it.
Yeah, I can understand it being very kind of weird, silly, but I think most Yakuza fans like it. I think it's mostly like the non-Yakuza fans like, oh, it's just another Yakuza game. It's a weird spin-off. It's very much like Gaiden. Like, you can play it. You don't have to really play it, but you know. But now maybe you do. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't finished it, so I don't know how much it connects with the other. Like Gaiden, not a whole lot of connection. I mean, a little bit. It's not like 0 through 6 and, you know, Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. You know how strong all those are connected. Gaiden had a little bit, but man, I remember the villains in that one I didn't really like. And then that random girl who's there and I know shows up again. Whatever her name was, I can't remember it. Oh man, and it's weird. Like in this game, you have 3 female characters, but almost all of them are kind of the same. All of them, most people pigeonhole them as a love interest girl character. I mean, I think she'll say kind of like Ichiban, but obviously, it's kind of one-sided. Obviously, Ichiban and Sohi, Sachan like each other. Sohi super infatuated with Kiryu, but I never felt it was love. It was more like aberration, idolization, that kind of stuff. But like, you know how it is. Most people don't play the game or watch someone play it and then misinterpret stuff. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, I know a lot of people didn't people call Infinite Wealth woke because like I think like was it Namba or Adachi was like browbeating Ichiban about like what he think about women and like, oh my god, like how feminist and woke they became. I remember that blew up like a little while before the game came out.
Don't remember that part.
I remember seeing it like on YouTube or Twitter, but like it was for a short amount of time. I remember all the VTubers, all the male VTubers that are like female avatars, like, oh my god, look at Yakuza going woke. Ugh. I remember that, or censorship or something like that. Some stupid stuff. Oh my god.
It was probably just on Twitter, so it was probably just very isolated.
No, I think it was YouTube. I remember on YouTube. I think it was like what was his name? Oh my god, I can't remember the character. I don't know if it was Chibi Reviews or was it like
Is it Rev Say Dis?
Yeah. I think it was like one of them. May have said something like that. If I look it up, I can probably find it. Or something. I know I'm not crazy. I know I remember seeing that. Let's see. You know what? I actually do like all 3 towns so far. I like Kamurocho, Sotenbori, Ichinjo. Those 3 in Japan. Honolulu is pretty good too, as well. And I think there was a few other places I'm trying to remember. Obviously, Yakuza 6 had a. What was it? Hiroshima, I think, and obviously 3 at Okinawa, that area.
Yeah, they're like Fukuoka. That was one of my favorites. In addition to
that was Yakuza 5, right? That was with Kiryu.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man! I'm not gonna lie. I hate the noodle minigame, man. I hate making the noodles. The cooking game in Yakuza, the pirate one's not that bad. I'm like only at level like 20 or 21. That one was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. But actually, my goal, going back to the city, says actually one of my goals. So I haven't told a whole lot of people this, but I'm planning, or rather wanting to, go to Japan in early 2028. It might happen if I save up enough money. It definitely happen, and I believe Rava was going to try to get in on a trip.
If you want to plan a trip, let me know. I'll be down, man. I want to go back to Japan. I want to go to Sotenbori and Kamurocho. I've been seeing everyone. You went there you see a giant crab. Why? And then like they show Kiryu and they have a little Bakamatai playing in the background over and over again. Yeah.
That would be. I would definitely like to go to or Dotonbori, it's a real life inspiration of Sotenbori.
Yeah, Dotonbori. I think Kamurocho is based off of
Kabukicho.
What was it? Something.
Kabukicho.
Kabukicho, yeah. And Ichijo is based off of something as well, something real.
Yeah.
Where still they have not cleaned the rivers. It's still full of trash. You think they were cleaning it up by now? Oh, that's one thing that annoyed me. Like, oh my god. Oh, dude. Speaking of all the rivers and all the trash, how do they keep on recycling these characters? They recycled the triad guy. They recycled the evil white dude, Black Monday, and what's his name? The bartender from Survive. What was his name?
Kashiwagi.
Kashiwagi, yeah. And Kashiwagi got blown up, or shot up by the helicopter. I don't know how the Chinese dude, Kai To Long, whatever his name was, the yellow snake fish triad guy.
Yeah.
How did he survive? You got your head, you got shot in the head. And then
you don't question it, it's Yakuza.
and then Black Monday guy, you fell off a freaking building, you and Mine. And if what they're saying is true, another that old guy survived as well. Both of them survived falling off a building. Like what? And then if you want to say even Kiryu survived, like he should have been dead. He should have been dead multiple times throughout this franchise. But I really thought in Yakuza Like a Dragon, he would have been dead. Yeah. I thought he would have died. Then friggin' Haruka and all them could finally see him off. Like they kind of have that in Like a Dragon Gaiden, visiting his grave and everything. But still, and then like maybe with that you can have I understand what they're doing. Like, oh, they trust each other. Hey, Kiryu, I trust you to take care of Japan. Hey, Ichiban, you can take care of Honolulu. And I understand that. I understand what they're doing. But I didn't. Like I said, I wish Oshu was the other way around. I wish Kiryu. I wish Ichiban fought Ebina. And also another thing. Why did Ichiban forgive Eiji, whatever his guy, that guy in a wheelchair so easily? And he dragged his ass off to freaking jail. He's like, oh, don't worry, go to jail and repent. You're good. You're gonna be fine.
I'm sure they'll probably bring him back in the next game, and then it's kind of like the Goku effect, because Goku always forgives the worst villains, and then they keep coming back. So I'm pretty sure there's something about that.
I mean, yeah, that's a very common thing in Japanese anime. I just saw that right now in like Trigun, Naruto. You do see that, and sometimes sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like with him, nah, man, you barely know the guy. The guy. I didn't care about him. It's not like it's not like a Yuta or Tonizawa where I actually liked him. Not gonna lie, I thought Tonizawa sucked ass. Like, oh my god, it's Honolulu knockoff version, of Namba, which he is kind of, but he grew on me. Him and Yuta, both of them pretty interesting characters, and so like I felt like he was like the only new additional character besides Ebina that actually, completely original and completely new. Was pretty interesting. Kiryu repeat, Dante and all the other characters from the Chojo clan and the Omi Alliance or anywhere else. Obviously, recycling. Obviously, the repeat of Yakuza Like a Dragon crew with Sa-chan, Sohi, Namba, Adachi, Zhao, and Jinhu. Like Jinhu literally just came in like, so he told me to come here. That's it. That's his only motivation. He's just like a dog. He's like, oh, Master tells me to do something, I do it. That's it.
Yeah, just pretty much you said hit the nail on the head of all those points there, and definitely I'm sure some of that, when you mentioned what stuck out of Ichiban letting that wheelchair guy go, I'm pretty sure it's a setup. I'm pretty sure he'll be back. Honestly, Joe Sawashiro, I believe that was his name. I'm pretty sure in the first one there was no way for him to come back, but he did anyway. So I'm sure there's something going on.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to prison for I think he went to prison for a while, but they let him out, obviously because Ebina, used him. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Ebina, killing the other, kill that Ichiban's friend, and I think it lit him on fire, and then he tortured the crap out of Joe. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but reminding him another old Yakuza, well, not old, but it reminds you of oh my god, what's his name from Yakuza 6? The guy he killed himself for his wife.
Oh, that guy.
He killed himself for his wife.
I forget his name, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, he was cool too. He starts off kind of like a dickhead, but you end up kind of liking him.
Yeah, but by the way, it is 10:35 here. I believe it's time to wrap up
Yeah,
the
it's
stream.
like 9:30 here. Wow, 2 hours went by real fast.
Yeah, but I definitely had a lot of fun, and looks like this went a little smoother than last time. And definitely, there's opportunity for another discussion. It doesn't even have to be about Yakuza.
Yeah, that's true. I would love to do another podcast. I'm just glad we were able to do another podcast. So soon. Well, about a year and one month later. I was like I said, I was worried. Like, oh man, like when I was looking at the map and I was looking at the calendar, I'm like, oh man, it's almost about to be 1 year. I need to kind of wrap this game up. I'm not gonna lie. Going back through Millennium Tower, that was a lot of fun. But those random encounters / SWAT team dudes were a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I have to say, Ebony was one of the hardest boss fights I had in a long time in Yakuza. Cause I'm trying to remember. I mean, I got my ass beat before by some characters before, Saejima and Majima beat me a bit.
Oh yeah, that one.
But I just went back and trained a little bit. With Ebony, I had to go back, train, and then redo my equipment to counteract a lot of his things, a lot of his stats elements. The rage, sleep, paralysis, that type of stuff. I didn't have much trouble with any of the other bosses in the game. I beat Dwight easily, beat Bryce easily, and all the other characters. Let's see. I think I only died in that game one time. I think some of my characters may have died, like Junji Han or Zhao. Randomly, I didn't block. That's one thing that's kind of annoying, man. When the characters do multiple moves and you block it and you still get paralyzed or poisoned, or if it's an AoE attack, only one character gets the perfect block and the others get hurt. That's annoying.
Oh yeah.
Fighting Robo Michio is a pain in the ass. God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I remember. Yeah, they brought back Robo Michio, and all that.
Yeah, and the Kiryu. Well, actually, I kind of jumped ahead of myself. So, spoiler for anyone watching is that the fight before the last boss fight in Yakuza Like a Dragon, it was annoying, which is kind of where Eri comes in at, that we mentioned earlier, and that's we need both of them, and then whoever else we could find. So that was a pain.
When going up that Millennium Tower over and over again so many times, and I'm not gonna lie, this time when when Kiryu gets help from his old crew, that was such a cool moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really awesome. Man.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that was definitely some good times. I definitely enjoyed playing through all the games, and we both have. Obviously, that's why we're here to talk about.
Yeah, but well, for a long time there was never I think on the Yakuza subreddit there was no such thing as a bad Yakuza game except for Dead Souls, and now you might have thrown Dead Souls, and maybe in your, it seems like most of the fan base opinion, you gotta throw Yakuza 3 remaster, whatever you want to call it, Kiwami 3, Dark Tide. I don't know how. That one seems really bad. Like Gaiden and the Pirate one, I know Yakuza 3 was the worst one for a while, but I think all of them are S or A tier. Maybe you could throw Gaiden into a B tier, maybe 3. I'll put 5 in there, but this one I think would be an A or A minus. But now thinking about it, going back to all its flaws, especially from the storyline, it's probably get a B plus now for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. They really have to go back and really make the next storyline with Ichiban a lot better, because the one you had in Yakuza Like a Dragon, with him, the Seiryu clan, all the stuff with Bleach Chan, Ryu Oki, Master Awakawa, all very good.
Yeah,
it all connects.
Right.
It connects in such a weird bullshit kind of way, like a fake Yakuza kind of way, but it works. It's like a Yakuza thing. Don't question it. It's Yakuza. It works. And they tried to do it with this one, but it didn't feel as good.
Yeah. All right, we're out of time for tonight, but I really appreciate you on for our stream, and I definitely enjoyed.
Yeah, it's really cool, really awesome to be back here. Like I said, if you're thinking about going on that Japan trip, hit me up ASAP. I'll be down for that. I would love to go back to Japan. My younger brother went back to Japan with his wife last year in 2025. It would be 10 years. It would have been 10 years. Well, 11 or 12 years now if I go next year, since I've been back to Japan. And when we went right when they increased the sales tax too.
Oh yeah.
During that time.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Yeah, I remember going all over Japan. We had a nice Airbnb outside of Japan, outside of Tokyo, and we would just take the train. That was so much fun.
Oh yeah, definitely consider. I think I'm going with the friend, so that depends on what he has. But definitely, if we do a separate trip, definitely. Also, at one point, we'd like to go back to Korea, but there's definitely a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, that would be real cool. Going to like Korea or Vietnam. That'd be
nice. That would be nice. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Shout out to everyone watch the stream. Thank you, Inugami again. When will they be able to catch your streams? Like, what are your socials? And what are you streaming right now?
Yeah, my socials. You can. Most of them are going to be like Inugami the Hound or Inugami on Twitter, Inugami but on Blue Skies, Inugami the Hound, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, all that. It's going to be there. I am doing a giveaway right now. I'm giving away this time 3 games away. I'm giving away 3 Xbox games, 3 random Xbox games because GameStop doesn't have Xbox games anymore. So like getting rid of a whole bunch of them. So like I bought a bunch. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to give away 3 games to 1 lucky person. I think they'll like it a lot. The only bad part is I had to I think I just had to give them put in a paper sleeve or something because they only have generic cases, like the crappy black GameStop generic case. So I don't want. That's not gonna look good.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, I hope
man.
Y'all better hit up those giveaways, especially for Xbox. I'm as an Xbox person, but I definitely need a home for those that appreciate Xbox games. But
yeah, man. I mean, Yakuza is one of those games that has a Yakuza and Persona have good homes on the Xbox thanks to getting a digital version, getting on Game Pass, and sometimes physical edition depending if it's a new Yakuza game or a newer Persona games. But that Game Pass, man, that thing brought so many people, because a lot of people. There was quite a few people that played it, on PS4. But then when they announced it for Xbox, dude, that's you have 50, 60 million people, on Xbox, over 100 million people, on PC, with the PC Game Pass and all that. So that's a lot of people playing those games. And it's just now that's why you see Yakuza have become just as mainstream as Final Fantasy or Persona, Dragon Quest. People recognize it. One of the things I love is when people draw fan art of it, and if people recognize, oh my god, it's Kiryu, it's Majima. They have everyone recognize a lot of the memes and jokes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and definitely also shout out to those that might have been watching this and started on the Switch too, because that's also becoming an option. So looking forward to the next Yakuza game. Oh yeah, I think Kiwami 3 is on the Switch too as well. So yeah, definitely they're trying to basically make sure every single game is available for those that want to play it. So yeah, so I'm glad.
I think Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Kiwami 1 and 2, and Kiwami 3 got physical editions along with Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I think the Pirate one.
Yeah,
I think all those have at least a decent physical edition. Yeah. I know with the Pirate one, I got the collector's edition. I got that for real cheap. Usually that's $100. I got $60 off of Amazon. One of the best buys ever, man. Because it comes with the game, a little pin, an eye patch, I think a flag, and a bunch of stuff. And it comes with all the DLC. So I have Kiryu as my first mate, man. Here, Kiryu and Majima together again. I think I have Daigo on there as well. I have Onimitsu.
Yeah, good deals. Yeah, I definitely collect Yakuza physically when you can. I started collecting Yakuza physical, in the physical copies, even though I started digitally. But yeah.
Yeah, one thing I wish I spent a little more money. I could have gotten more Yakuza stuff. And when you had it on Super Groupies, Because I have the backpack and I have like a few other things. I had it was like, I had Ichiban, I had Kiryu, and a few other people. And like I was back then, I wasn't making a whole lot of money, so I was like, oh damn, I'll get like 1 or 2 items. So I ended up getting like the watch and like the backpack. But now I'm like, oh, I'm kicking myself. I should have gotten more stuff. I should have just bit the bullet and just spent the money. Just get completely decked out on like Yakuza stuff.
Right. All right. That is all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us in Inugami. And then we will definitely plan another talk stream in the future. And definitely be sure to subscribe to Inugami the Hound's channel on Twitch as well as on YouTube. So thank you again.
Yeah, you please hit me up on TikTok, Threads, Instagram, all that type of stuff. Please, before you go, I want to thank honestly Centaku Media and her community. I want to thank all the people in chat, anyone on Discord, anyone who's been interacting with me with the past couple of months. It's hopefully things can turn around and things get a lot more positive. Mm-hmm. There have been times where I've had good days, bad days, but man, there have been times where I'm like, oh man, do I still want to stream? There's some days that I don't feel like streaming anymore, man. Like, just hang it up. But like, I'm trying to get out of that bad, mentality, and that's just me being me. Me being way too obsessed with like numbers sometimes. So that kind of hurts me. But last but not least, I want to thank God. Today's Eid, a nice Islamic holiday. A good day. So we had this nice podcast. We had Eid. I have a nice. I think I have a nice biscuit burger / fries downstairs from like a new burger, Texas barbecue joint, man, nearby. So yeah, I think it's also halal too. It's like I don't know if it's owned by an Arab guy or Pakistani guy. I should look that up. But yeah, man, that's starting to become more and more common, man. Getting delicious barbecue, getting all halal, all the chicken, beef, lamb, all the different sides. You got everything except for pork, but that's it. Got everything else. You can get like pepperoni or beef sausage, turkey sausage, turkey bacon. So it's really good.
Sounds good.
So many awesome options now.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. I'm hungry. But yeah, thank you again, and definitely be sure to subscribe to Centaku Media for the next time we do a live stream. Like either I'm doing a collab with Rava or another collab with Inugami. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that way you'll be notified of the next video or live stream. And definitely be sure to look forward to that skit I mentioned earlier, the Final Fantasy 15 skit.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna over the weekend. I'm definitely gonna see if I can do that Ichiban, cosplay just for fun. Take some pictures. Maybe I might do a little video with like me swinging a bat around, something like that. Something silly. Yeah, and a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people are enjoying my retail rant videos. A lot of people are connecting with them because I've connected with a lot of other people talking about what's happening in retail. Whether you're at a grocery store, you're at clothing retail, FedEx, you're at one of those places dealing with a lot of customers or bad coworkers, bad managers. I think a lot of people can work with them. So yeah, please check them out. Please leave a comment. Recently, I just made a video talking about B-Stars again. I need to make a video about talking about a bunch of other anime. I just finished Trigun. Gonna start watching Refrain, JJK, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely check out Inugami. But thank you again, and we are signing out. And again, be sure to check out Centaku Media on our socials, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok, especially. And we'll be back with another stream next week. Also, video uploads will resume starting next Wednesday and Friday. Just be sure to check out the announcement chat. And also, shout out to Rava again. Rava actually ended his stream about 10 minutes ago, but definitely be sure to check out his channel as our technical raid out channel. But yeah, thank you again, Inugami, and we'll see y'all next time, and have a good night. See y'all.